Hola, buenos días. Bueno, pues hoy vamos a cambiar de tema totalmente y vamos a ir a estudiarnos un poquito de geografía. Vamos a estudiar los continentes, vamos a empezar por los continentes y luego por algunas ciudades europeas, que es lo que vamos a ver a partir de ahora, ¿vale? Lo vamos a hacer un poquito en Spanglish, un poquito de español e inglés, ¿vale? Y luego os voy a poner más adelante un vídeo de Karina explicando todo esto mismo, pero todo en inglés, ¿de acuerdo? Bien, vamos a ello. Mirad, today we're going to study the continents, los continentes, and this has been done by Karina, our assistant, as you know. So what we're going to go is, first of all, we're going to identify which are the main continents on Earth. Look, there are many different classifications of continents. In some books they are divided into five. In some books they are divided into six or even seven. So we are going to focus on this classification, in which we can classify the different continents in six main groups. So we have Africa, Antarctica, America, divided in North and South America, but we're going to take it as a whole, as the same thing, Asia, Oceania, and Europe. And now we're going to more or less to place them, each of them, on their globe. So this is North America and South America. We're going to take it together. So this is America. We have Europe, that is the continent where we live in. We have Africa here. Morocco is on top of here. Asia, which is the biggest continent. This is huge continent. This is really big continent. And Oceania, which is a group of big islands. This is Australia, which is the main one. So, bearing in mind this classification of continents, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 continents, and you know that this blue part represents the water, and these colored parts represent the land. This is only the land is around 30% of the whole, and the rest, the 70%, is covered by water. All this is the oceans, and all these are the different oceans that represent the salty water that is not drinkable for us, but this is water, as you know. So we're going to go a little bit forward. Let me continue with it. And let's focus continent by continent, and let's start by studying something about Africa. Africa is this continent over here, this is Spain, where the red dot is, and down here, this is Africa. And in Africa, there are some tips, some useful information that we should or we may know. Nile, el Río Nilo, is the longest river in the world. Look, if we move onto the map, this line over here represents the river Nile. It's long, it's really long river. Indeed, it's the longest river in the world. El río más largo del mundo. And the Sahara Desert is the largest hot desert in the world. Look at here, the map. This is the Sahara Desert. Part of Morocco is in here, so part of the Sahara is in Morocco, and this really big desert. Can you see all this brown part? It represents the Sahara Desert. It's huge, it's really big desert. We're going to move forward a little bit. And we're going to move to, if I can click on here, let's move on to the Antarctica. Look, this is completely the opposite. So we have just finished with the Sahara Desert, which is a very hot place on Earth. And now we move on to Antarctica. Antarctica is a very cold place. It's really cold in here. Can you see the ice all around it? Penguins live in Antarctica. Yes, penguins live in many other places, but we can easily find penguins in Antarctica. And all these scientists live in the Antarctica. All the people who goes there for a main purpose, I mean, they are going to make some kind of research about the weather or the animals or whatever. So the scientists go there to to develop their studies, and to search for some information, but there are not like towns or cities like El Álamo or Navalcarnero, because it's almost impossible to live there in those cold conditions. The life there is really, really hard. So we're going to move a little bit forward. We're going to go to America. Look, America is a very, very big continent as well. We have North America and South America. America, the Amazon rainforest is the biggest rainforest in the world. The Amazon. Look, if we go to the map, we can see all this area, and this circle, here is the Amazon rainforest. La selva del Amazonas is really, really big. Angel Falls is the highest waterfall in the world. You know what a waterfall is? Shh. Water falling down? Yes. And Karina has left here where the Angel Falls are. Here están las cataratas, the biggest on Earth. And Lake Superior is the largest lake in the world. Lake Superior, can you see here? This is a very, very big lake. So it's not salty water, it's fresh water that it's drinkable. So it's like a big amount of water altogether there. Lake, you know what a lake is, I'm sure of it. Okay, let's move to the next information, and let's focus on Asia. Look, Asia occupied all these green color part in the map, and it's the biggest continent in the world. It's really, really big continent. Damascus is the oldest city in the world. Yes, if we go here, exactly here, this is a city, and it's really, really old. It's the oldest city in the world. Many, many different civilizations has passed by there. And Mount Everest is the highest mountain in the world. We have here a photograph of the Mount Everest, and it's, 8,000 something meters. All the really, really expertise people can go and climb there. It's really, 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 really difficult and dangerous place to go. But many sportsmen and sportswomen have gone and have climbed the mountain. And all these, the Damascus and the Mount Everest, and many, many other things that we cannot mention in here, are in Asia. Let's move. Oceania, look at, Next continent, Oceania in Spanish, Oceania, it's here, and it's made up by a group of islands. There are many, many, many different islands in these small dots. Each of them represent an island, and it's the smallest continent. This really, really smallest, el más pequeño de todos. It is made up of a lot of tiny islands. Tiny means really, really little islands. Tiny, small is this, and tiny is even smaller. And kangaroos and kiwis are species that, kangaroos, can you see the kangaroos over here? And the kiwi is the name of an animal. It's also a fruit, you know that fruit that is like kind of hairy in the outside, and it's like green inside with the small seeds in it. So kiwis is fruit, but also is this kind of bird. This is a bird. This is a bird that lives in this area. More things. Let's move. Europe. Oh, this is our country, and this is Spain. This is the place where we live, and all this part of land, this big piece of land, it's Europe. There are many, many different countries in here. It is composed by many different countries. And there are some tips in here. The Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. Look, this is Italy, this is Rome, which is a city, and in Rome, this is a small, really, really tiny area, and it is the Vatican City, La Ciudad del Vaticano, and it is considered a country. Do you remember we have studied Andorra? Andorra is like a small country in the Pyrenees, and it is just between Spain and France. It's a really, really small country, but it's even smaller. Todavía el Vaticano es más pequeño que Andorra. It's like it's, no sé. I've never been to there, but I guess it must be like El Alamo or even smaller. I don't know. I've never been to there, but we will have a kind of survey, a kind of research about it if you want. Okay. So next, we're going to focus on each piece of land is divided into different countries. Can you see Spain, Madrid? This is the capital city of Spain, and it's the place where we live. Portugal with Lisbon, France, Paris, Germany, Berlin. So we're going to study from now on several countries around Europe and their capital cities. Okay, so we're going to stop in here. We're going to leave the capital cities for a little bit forward. Let's keep in mind the continents as a start will be perfect. So 6 continents. This is not completely new. We studied last year. 6 continents, bear it in mind, and just by knowing and just by reviewing it, I will be more than happy. So let's save this for a next video. Anyway, Karina has included it in her video, so we're going to see it somehow. Okay, we're going to stop in here. I promise next video dealing with the capital cities of different countries and giving kind of useful information of each of these countries. And if I have ever been to there, I will say something or some kind of personal experiences or whatever, or some kind of curiosity that probably you may be interested in. Thank you very much for watching. Try to do your best, keep calm, and keep safe. See you.